This is Linda Sherman, at Linda Sherman, with Andrew Nystrom, who is at LA Times and at LA Times Nystrom. Thank you so much for being with us here today.
Thank you, Linda.
Could you please introduce yourself in 140 characters or less?
I'm the social and emerging media guy for the LA Times and Tribune, and I do digital outreach and get the word out about our Pulitzer-winning news.
Terrific, and you're doing a terrific job of it.
Thank you.
Could you tell me when you got on Twitter, please?
You know, I got on at South by Southwest in '07. I actually wasn't there, but vicariously followed some friends, sort of checked in for a few months, was shrugging my shoulders, and then jumped back in during the firestorms in LA in October of '07 that Biz Stone was talking about in his keynote this morning. And that was really the light bulb moment for us, where we saw the LA Times fires could be a real news source for people, you know, in LA.
Great. Well, that would lead us to what I want to ask you about, a memorable shared experience on Twitter.
Sure, but I think that instance in '07 in October where we saw these fires break out and a lot of the public agencies jumped on, and there was a lot of thirst and hunger for information about, you know, what's burning where, when, what's that smoke, what does the LA Fire Department say, what's our newsroom say, what are our reporters out in the field, our photographers sending twit pics, you know, what was going on with the fires, and that news really did break and sort of coalesced on Twitter.
Terrific. If you had advice for someone starting on Twitter, what would be your 3 top-of-mind things that you'd like to tell them?
You know, I'd say jump in slowly, and I don't worry about following a million people, and follow your friends that you'd like to see an email from in your inbox, you know, and just ask questions. Don't be afraid to experiment, and if you don't understand something, to ask your friends, and have fun with it as well.
That's good. Can you tell me how you use Twitter and Facebook differently?
Well, we've got about 180 some LA Times Twitter accounts now. We've got 40 Facebook accounts, 40 some with reporters in our different sections. And, you know, there's the rich multimedia that you get on Facebook. Twitter's a little bit more immediate. We're probably a little bit harder breaking news on Twitter. Facebook, we found people like the stories, pictures, videos, you know, more multimedia, a little bit less breaking, more lighthearted things they want to share with their friends. So we see a place for both platforms.
Great. Is there something that you'd like to plug?
LATimes.com/Twitter. You can find all 180 some LA Times Twitter accounts. There's a few links there where you can follow as many of the folks as you like with one click. We're doing a lot on Facebook. We've got a YouTube channel. Check out LATimes.com/unhub, UNHUB. You'll see links for 40 some social outlets at the top of our homepage where you can see what we're experimenting with, and let me know at LA Times Nystrom what you think of what we're doing, what we're missing.
Terrific. Everybody got that? So you can actually feed straight back to the LA Times and tell them what you'd like to see.
And at LA Times on Twitter, we monitor that and talk to people all day long. It's not a feed, so you can send your suggestions there as well.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Andrew.
Thank you, Linda.